Hello, my friend. Welcome to this 20-minute yoga workout. We begin in mountain pose, grounding down through the feet, lifting up through the crown of the head. Finding a nice long line, taking a moment to connect to our breath. Feeling the energy radiating up and down the body. Letting the day go and preparing to find energy, moving our body, waking up the mind. Building strength, maybe getting a nice little workout in. Taking one more breath to center yourself. And exhale to step the feet a little bit wider than hip distance, hands on the hips. Find big, huge hip circles. Really start to warm the body up. And then making sure to reverse. And when we're nice and even, we can take the feet back underneath the hips. Inhale, raise up onto the balls of the feet, arms come overhead. Exhale to drop the heels and side bend to the right. Inhale, lifting up. And on your next exhale, drop the heels and side bend to the other side. Moving with the breath, we'll take this one more time. Waking up the calves and the side body. Beginning to match breath to movement before we dive into some vinyasas. Exhaling through mountain pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, dive down, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reach through the crown. And exhale, fold, stepping back to plank pose. Taking a controlled vinyasa, elbows in by the sides. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Breathe into this posture. Wake up the hips if we need to, making any adjustments. And gazing at the hands and gently making your way to the top of the mat whenever you're ready. Stepping feet hip width apart, inhale, chair pose, sink the hips down, slightly tuck the tailbone, finding a nice long spine. Holding here for another breath, maybe sink a little bit deeper. And then exhale, rain the fingertips down, forward fold. Halfway lift, and step back to plank pose, taking a vinyasa or meeting in downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, right leg comes up, bend the knee and open the hips. Stacking the hips, flexing the foot and sending it to the side of the room. Squeezing through the glutes. And exhale, three-legged dog. Bring the knee in through the chest, tap the elbow and hold. 3, 2, 1. Plant it in between the hands and reach up, high lunge. Take one breath here and exhale, sweep the arms behind as the chest comes forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep forward. One more move like this, going with your natural rhythm of breath. Inhale to sweep the arms high. Exhale, plant the left hand and reach the right up for a big, beautiful twist. Dropping the knee and reaching for the back ankle, really sinking down, opening the hips. Pulling the foot in, opening up through the front of the quadricep. Exhale, release, coming back up into our full twist. And then reaching up, windmilling through to warrior two. Inhale, reach forward and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, elbow comes to knee, extended side angle. Reach through the fingertips, grounding down through the outer edge of the back foot. Straightening the leg, making your way into triangle pose. Still pulling the hips back. Connect to the core and reach up, windmilling around for revolve triangle. Exhale, windmill around, this time coming into a twisty little triangle, planting the left fingertips and reaching up. Beautiful. Turn to the side of the mat, wide-legged forward fold. Interlace the fingers behind the lower back, taking the hands over the head. Only here for about 2 or 3 breaths. Ground down through the feet. Let the blood rush to the head. Keep breathing. And on your next inhale, you can use the hands to gently help you lift the chest. Beautiful. Straighten the legs, turn to the front of the mat and step up. Recenter in mountain pose before repeating on the other side. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift and take Vinyasa. Control yourself. Isolate the movements and muscles. Feel the body. Left leg comes high, bend the knee and stack the hips, really squeezing through the glutes. Grounding down through the fingers and the right foot. Last breath. Straighten the leg, bring the knee in through the chest and tapping the left elbow. Hold here. Suck the navel into the spine and exhale, plant the foot. High crescent lunge, reach the right heel back. Exhale, chest comes down towards the thigh. Inhale, reach, and exhale, sweep. Big full breaths here. Last one. And plant the right hand. Full body twist. Create space. Then drop the back knee and reach for the foot. Making this as big and open as you'd like. Still breathing. Gently coming out, lifting the back knee, coming into our twist. Preparing to windmill around to a nice and strong warrior two. Reaching the hand overhead as the right slides down the leg. Extended side angle. And exhale, straighten, come into triangle pose. Connect to the core and windmill the left arm overhead. Revolve triangle. Making sure to step up if we need to with the back leg. Beautiful. This time come to the side of the mat, but point the toes to the edges and sink down into goddess pose. Connect to your strength with this next breath. Sinking the hips low, squeezing through the glutes. And then exhale, drop the right hand towards the foot as the left reaches overhead. Horse pose. Opening through the groins. Really working through the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up. Take one breath to reset. And exhale, left fingertips drop down. Beautiful. Inhale, back up to center. One more breath, squeeze, and exhale, straighten the legs. Turn the toes to the front, And dive down, flat back, wide forward fold. Plant the right hand and reach the left up to revolve. We can bend the elbow and reach around for the opposite thigh, deepening this stretch. Exhale to release and switch. Breathing into this deep twist. Opening up space and body and mind. Exhale to release. Walk the fingertips to the front of the mat. Use your power to step up onto the left foot, warrior 3. Take your time to get there. Use your balance. Sweep the arms behind by the leg. One more breath, you got this. And on your next inhale, straighten the leg, bringing the right knee in front. And exhale, left hand comes to the knee, right reaches behind. Find your focus point and extend the right leg, reaching for the big toe. Use your breath to help you stabilize, grounding down through the foot. Come back through center, release the foot and sweep it behind you, warrior 3. You're doing great. Find your balance here, bend the knee, and come into dancer pose. Take your time, focusing on your balance and opening through the hips as we keep them square. Does not matter how high the foot goes. Exhale, release, step to the back of the mat, star pose. And exhale, turn to the back of the mat, coming into warrior 3 on the right leg. Connecting to your strength and your power, feeling confident here. Big breath. And exhale, gently sweep that left knee in front of the hips. Grabbing onto the knee and inhale, find your twist. Opening up through the chest and the heart center. Extending the left leg long. And on your next exhale, gently coming back to center, neutral spine. Releasing the foot, carefully sweeping it behind, warrior 3. Not judging yourself through all of the wobbles or if we fall out. That's why it's called a yoga practice. Beautiful. Maybe we're sweating by now. Gently step back and come into downward facing dog. Raise the right leg high and bring the knee in, coming into pigeon pose. Finding a little release here, beginning to stretch out these muscles. Send the pelvis down into the mat. And when you're ready, lift the fingertips off, bringing the chest forward towards the shin, connecting to the core, firing up your lower back strength. Hold here. 3, 2, 1. Lift the chest and gently sweep the extended leg around, crossing it on top. Knees are stacked, coming into cow face pose. Reconnect with your breath as you ground down into the mat. Maybe we take a slight forward fold, reaching deeper into the glutes. Crossing the arms in front of the chest, trying to meet palms together, opening up through the upper back. Breathing nice and even, whatever the rhythm is at this moment. Just feeling the heat and the energy of your body. One more breath, and then release, and come into staff pose, extending the legs long, reaching up through the crown. One breath to reset. Expel all the air out And then cross the left knee and find a twist. Sending our awareness to the spine. Maybe feeling our digestive system activate. Any rumbles or grumbles. And exhale, gently back through center, coming into bound angle. Pressing the soles of the feet together, opening through the inner groins. Melting the chest forward on your next exhale. And when you're ready, we can gently come into pigeon pose, extending the right leg behind. Lifting up the chest, finding our position here. Before releasing the fingertips, leaning the chest forward. Using your breath, feeling this deep stretch and strengthen. Igniting the fire that you can use for the rest of the day. Passion, creativity, confidence, you have it all. 3, 2, 1. Release and sweep the right leg around, cow face pose. Sending the feet out, making sure we find what feels good. Before maybe folding over. Making sure to keep length in the spine and root the sit bones down. Wherever we're comfortable and there's no discomfort is where we stay. And reaching the arms in front of the chest, finding our eagle arms. Expanding in the back, mobilizing through the spine as we open up and release tension. Find one big breath and gently release on your exhale, coming back through staff pose. Send energy out through the heels. And exhale, bend the right knee, crossing it over, finding whatever variation of a twist suits you today. Anchoring yourself to this moment with your breath. Letting thoughts go from the mind and just noticing, observing your body. On this next exhale, uncross and come onto the feet, trying to stay in this little foot balance, but if we need to come onto the balls of the feet, that's okay. Reaching the arms forward, try to tap one foot to each arm. Beautiful. And then open up, coming now onto the balls of the feet if we weren't already, trying to send the soles together and the knees out as far as we can. Squeezing everything together, using your breath and your focus point. One more breath. And then see if you can slowly shift your weight back into boat pose, extending the legs long, maybe hugging them into the chest, grabbing onto the ankles or the shins. As you suck the navel into the spine and pull the thighs towards the heart, reaching up through the crown. One more big breath. And exhale, bend the knees, planting the feet, coming onto the back, preparing for bridge pose. Press down through the palms and the feet. Exhale, send the hips up. Beautiful. Ground down through the left foot, raising the right and crossing it over the knee. Using full body strength here to keep the groins open as we still send the hips up. Try not to let them drop down. Release the right foot, and when you're ready, pick up the left, crossing it over. This is our last little challenge for this practice. You made it. Squeeze, send it up, and exhale. You can gently release and uncross. Release the hips down and hug both knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice little soothing rock here. You deserve it. Taking any knee circles or any other movements we may need. This is where we end our practice today, so you can make your way into a comfortable seat where we take the last moment to just connect back to our breath. Maybe noticing a different energy, a different perspective than when we first stepped onto the mat. I invite you to close your eyes and just take these few moments to sit with yourself, getting to observe and know yourself, letting your breath flow naturally. And thank you so much for joining me in this class today. It is an honor to be your guide here on the mat. I look forward to seeing you again very soon, my friend.